How many of you fear public speaking? According to Forbes.com, only 10% of the population actually likes public speaking. I unfortunately do not fall into this 10%. That being said, I really have enjoyed taking this public speaking course, and I think that I've benefited greatly from taking it also. I've grown not only as a student, but as a public speaker as well. My self-confidence in public speaking isn't great, but it has grown leaps and bounds over the past 7.5 weeks. The three topics that I chose to talk about today are audience analysis, visual aids, and arrangement and delivery of a speech. Audience analysis is important to ensure the desired response and that you connect with the audience, which improves the delivery of the speech. Audience analysis can include researching the audience prior to an event, greeting people at the door if you are unable to gather information prior to the event, to ask the individuals questions as they're entering. Can also be familiar with the layout of the room to ensure that you have proper positioning, proper use of visual aids, and if a microphone will be needed or not. Audience analysis is very useful as a future healthcare administrator. I will need to know, am I talking to a group of board members or a group of nurses? Is this a serious conversation for a group of professionals or perhaps a very small, more relaxed group of nursing assistants? Audience analysis can be used when delivering a monthly meeting to a clinic staff member or staff members, or it could also be used for submitting a budget proposal to a hospital board member or members. Second, visual aids. Visual aids are important to enhance a speech and keep the audience engaged and entertained. Visual aids need to be necessary and relevant to the topic. They also must be impactful, which means, does it make concepts easier for the audience to understand? They need to be clear, and they must also be easily seen. It's very important that all members of the audience are able to see and understand the simple visual aid. The use of visual aids will be important in my future career as I'll be doing many presentation and possible demonstrations. Examples of this could be using a visual aid such as a PowerPoint for a monthly meeting for staff. Or another example would be demonstration on proper infection prevention techniques as maybe a unit manager or an infection prevention administrator. Lastly, arrangement and delivery of a speech. It's imperative to know what order to present a speech in order to make it effective. The arrangement and delivery of a speech is a well-organized and flows nicely, and this helps to increase the speaker's credibility and the audience's ability to retain the information that's being presented. Delivery includes things such as eye contact, hand gestures, pauses. All of these things are important in order to keep the audience's attention and to create interest in the topic that's actually being presented. In my future career as a healthcare administrator, I'll be able to use this information to help deliver an effective speech to my audience. An example of when I would be able to use this would be I could use my understanding of delivery and speech arrangement when I'm writing a presentation for a quarterly physician meeting. I'm going to want to make sure that it flows nicely because physicians don't have much time and they're not going to listen if it's not intriguing to them. In conclusion, I've learned a great deal from this course, including audience analysis, the use of visual aids, and speech arrangement and delivery. All of these things are very important when trying to deliver an effective speech. All three of these skills will also be important to me in my future as a healthcare administrator, whether I'm presenting a small meeting to a group of nursing assistants or a large meeting to a huge group of hospital board members.